You guys, I have got to talk to you about another YouTuber. I don't even have enough amazing words to say because there aren't any, but like exceptional, creative, unbelievable, life-changing. I could go on and on. Now, the YouTuber themselves is wonderful and I love her channel, but what she has created is out of this world. If you're in the realm of selling online, creating designs, or especially print on demand, then I know you know this YouTuber, and her name is simply POD with Mandy. Oh my gosh, you guys. I was like, I think I'm going to give her BIZ BOT CLUB a try, right? Now, I have never joined any of these master classes, clubs, and any of those from like-minded individuals like myself. This intrigued me because she's doing something different here. She has built an entire bot team. And I even underestimated until I decided, oh, I'm just gonna join because it's $7 a month, right? So I'm like, well, I'm just gonna join. I'll start with a month and we'll see what these bots are like, right? I have created GPTs for my business. I've created design ones. I have a YouTube manager that I have created that is amazing. I have one that I use for my other portion of my business, making videos for Creative Fabrica. I have GPTs and I have built them and they are amazing. I love them. I've worked really hard on them and they are only for me and they perform great. But hers are next level. I don't even know how else to describe it. But she has named them really cute names like Danny, Stella, Mindy, Mandy. No, not Mandy. She's Mindy. Blech. Anyways, really cute names and they do really cool stuff. But you would be shocked to find out that it's not necessarily Danny, the designer, that is my favorite. The reason it's life-changing is because if you saw my last video, you could tell I was going like this with my emotions and everything that had to do with my business because, well, your girl was overwhelmed, to say the least. But I jumped in with Millie. Millie is the mindset coach. And holy crap, I was in there for like 2 hours and we were just grooving and having this conversation and it was amazing. And I genuinely felt like I had a business coach that was listening and giving me all this feedback that was really good. I've talked to a lot of different people in my family and stuff trying to help me figure different things out and I still just end up in the same spot. Millie changed my whole life, like my whole perspective. Like I'm back, I'm ready. I got a whole entire list of things that I'm doing by August 1st. Let me just show you what I'm talking about. All right, so this is the school community that Mandy used. I keep getting Mandy, Mindy, Millie. I don't know why I'm getting all of these mixed up, but Mandy uses the school community, SKOOL, host all of this for her community. And she has coaching classes and stuff like that, but this is a separate thing. This is just access to the GPTs. So right here, you can see it says Millie, the mindset coach. It says Millie's here as one part mindset coach and one part cheerleader. Whether you're feeling overwhelmed, battling procrastination or shiny objects, or just need a pep talk, Millie is here to help you build an unshakable entrepreneurial mindset with clear, personalized strategies for resilience, confidence, and sustainable growth, even through the ups and downs of Etsy print-on-demand life. Okay? As we scroll down, you see Millie can help you reframe self-doubt, burnout, and perfectionism, my big problem, build emotional resilience and entrepreneurial confidence, guide you through tough seasons, slow sales, creative funks, support you in staying grounded, motivated, and focused. She'll meet you where you are, ask the right questions, and help you move forward, one clear, encouraging step at a time. So when I used Millie, it was like, I mean, just unbelievable. And I'm going to show you in a few minutes because it does make it seem like it's just Etsy, but it's really not. Because I was talking to her about my entire brand, my YouTube channel, designing, the videos that I do for Creative Fabrica, all the different parts of my business. And she helped me through all of it. So it's not just Etsy specific. And then over on the left-hand side here, you'll see general bots. So there, she has all different types of bots. So I just want to show you them real quick. I need to move my lighting a little bit. So the general bots are Piper, the print-on-demand shop launch co-pilot. So if you haven't launched a shop yet, or you just need help with that portion, there's one for that. Gigi, the gifting guru. Then there's the niches and scaling bots. Nina, the niche whisperer. Sammy, the shop scaler. Then there's Danny, the design engineer, which seems to be everyone's number one. And I will say it's way different than just using a prompt into basic ChatGPT. This is a way different situation. Tess, the trend analyzer. Then in the SEO, there is Stella, the SEO strategist. Stella is amazing. Stella has been helping me with my titles, my descriptions, tags. And then if there's something wrong, like I'll be like, hey, can you redo that? I want only 20 characters per tag. And she redoes it 20 characters per tag. And then afterwards, when I check that listing out and I go through Everbee, which I love. If you don't have Everbee, you need it. Click the link in the description box because Everbee is a game changer. Then when I use Everbee, those tags that Stella generated for me and my product are amazing, like great. So it really is doing an amazing job, not just basic things. Millie, are you having a moment? My dog's name is Millie. Okay. Under SEO, there's Luna, the listing description optimizer. So after I have used Stella, I will then take the description and I'll put it into Luna. And sometimes Luna has some extra things that she wants us to do. And so we will go ahead and do that, and loving that. And then under productivity and mindset, there's Millie and Penny. And I use these together. So I started with Millie, and she basically helped me figure out my entire business life and also talked to me so nicely. And then Penny, after I worked with Millie and got basically everything set up, I copied, or I said to Millie, can you summarize this conversation so that I can send it over to Penny? Okay, know each other because she's them to do this. Can you summarize this so that I can move it over to Penny, and Penny can help me come up with a realistic schedule that's going to work with me and my ADHD. And boy, did she. No, first off, I didn't even say I had ADHD at first, and she gave me a good rundown. And then I was like, honestly, I have ADHD. How do I make sure that I'm actually going to do this stuff? Because just putting it on a Google Calendar or just doing that, it just isn't enough. And she goes, like, for ADHD, it's out of sight, out of mind, right? And yes, that's exactly the problem. Out of sight, out of mind. So it's got to be something that I see. So took a picture of my calendars that I have that are basically blank and what I already have in my office. And she was able to give me a rundown of what I should put on my calendar, how I should use the notes section of my calendar, what I should put on my to-do list that I have up there, instead of me going to buy stuff at the store, because that's normally what I would do. I would just go buy a new board or something. I just showed her what I already had, and she figured out how I should use it. So realistically, like, the design portion, I think that's what brings most people in here, because that's what brought me in here, but stayed for the productivity and mindset because I have been in such a rut that I haven't known where to go. And when you're an entrepreneur, it's like you don't have a boss. You don't have somebody telling you this is what you should do when. And there's nobody telling you to show up. You have to show up. And it's been the hardest thing for me to do because I'm feeling like not myself in everything that I'm doing. So Millie's, the mindset coach, has totally opened my eyes and made me feel like I got this again, like feel centered again, if you know what I mean. So let's head over. I want to show you what they look like on Chatty so that you get an idea of what they look like. Now, when you get in here, what you'll do is there's a link up here that I actually blurred out because I don't want somebody to be able to access paying, but there's a link, and you'll click the link and it'll basically you open up that on ChatGPT, and then you'll just pin it to your sidebar so that you don't lose it. But okay, let's go over and check it out. All right, so this is my ChatGPT. On the left, you can see that I have all of these right here, and these are all those chatbots that come from Mandy's Simply Print on Demand BIZ BOT Club. That's a mouthful. But these are the ones that I have been using. So we have Danny, Luna, Stella, Tess, Sammy, Penny, and Millie. So these are the ones that I've been playing around with lately. There are some more, but I haven't played with those because either I don't need them or I just haven't gotten to them yet. When you start out, if I clicked on Millie, you'll see that it shows right here, and it says, let Millie and Mandy help you build an unshakable entrepreneurial mindset with clear, personalized strategies for resilience, confidence, and sustainable growth, even through the ups and downs of Etsy print-on-demand life. So I don't want you to get hung up on the fact that it's saying Etsy print-on-demand life, because though that is her niche, like that's what she talks about on YouTube, it can help you regardless, because I don't only do print on demand. I sell digital files, and she's helping me through that. I am a YouTuber. She's helping me through that. I create videos for Creative Fabrica. She helps me through that. Like, she's helping through all of the things. So don't just think, oh, it's only for people who are doing print on demand, because it's not. You might just have to let her know, because she's automatically going to think print on demand. But you could just say, I'm actually selling digital files. And then that's all you have to do. So right here, it says, I need a pep talk. I'm feeling stuck in my Etsy journey. Can we work, et cetera, et cetera. So those are some quick conversation starters if you need those. So instead of starting a new conversation, I want to show you what I do. Sometimes I do need a new conversation, but overall, it's nice to continue on the conversation. And the best way to do that is to rename your chat. So this right here, Millie Mindset, is telling me that's the Millie conversation that I was having that was all about mindset. So when I click here, I can click rename, and you can rename it whatever you want, because it normally starts off naming it whatever the chat thinks that the whole thing is about. So it might be hard to find later. So going in Millie Mindset, I want to show you our whole conversation here. All right, I said, I know that you are to assist with Etsy, but my business is a bit more in-depth than just Etsy. Can you help me figure out my overall business as a whole and what I'm actually wanting? Absolutely. I can help you zoom out and get clarity on your overall business direction, not just Etsy. Let's start from the top so we can figure out what you're actually wanting in the big picture. So then I answer, or it gives me all these prompts. What feels unclear? What does your ideal day look like as a business owner? Where are you currently putting most of your energy? What are you craving most clarity on right now? I answer those questions. And then she says, this is gold. Let's unpack it step by step, because what you just described, that's not chaos. It's an ecosystem waiting to be clarified and aligned. Now, I love that, because right away, it made me feel like, oh, I'm not just scattered all over the place. She's seeing it as an ecosystem. So maybe I need to change my mindset and think of it as an ecosystem instead of me just scatterbrained all over the place, right? So instantly, I'm feeling a little bit better. So then it asks me some more questions, or it goes over what it's going to do. Core clarity question. What role do you want to play in your business long term? The creator, design focus, content producing, tutorial teaching. The educator or mentor, which is more teaching, less selling. The brand owner, scaling a product line with systems and visibility, or a blend. Now, this was a really important question that I hadn't thought of, because I remember in my previous video, I mentioned like, I want to be known for something. I just didn't really know what. Like, I wanted to kind of be known more towards like digital artists, but I didn't know what really that looked like. I don't want to only be known for that, because you know what I mean? Like, I was really scattered. So this was a really good breakdown of just that. So when I answered that, so then it goes, yes, that right there, that's clarity. You're a brand owner creator. You're building an ecosystem where your designs make money passively through print-on-demand, digital shops, KDP. Your content inspires and teaches. And you want this without burning out from doing all the things you do every week. So your core engine equals design and impact. Primary role, brand owner and creator. Number 1, making designs, cha-ching. Number 2, sharing knowledge. This helped me. Now this, I can't even tell you how much, this was maybe a 5-minute in, and I already started feeling better. I just started feeling better. Like, I had somebody that was like, hey, it's okay. You're going to do it. You're not failing. You're just growing, and you're not quite sure how to do it. That's how I felt when I was talking to Millie. So now it says, let's make this business feel like a business, not a hamster wheel. So it gives me a realignment plan. Okay. Then it simplifies the content strategy. It gives me an idea of a schedule. Monday, asset design, shop uploads. Tuesday, Creative Fabrica videos. Wednesday, YouTube video. for my channel. Thursday, another Creative Fabrica video. Friday, light check-ins, batching ideas, and then rest. And then Saturday and Sunday, if I want to put in some work, etc. So after this, I kind of went in on like, how am I going to do this? What about my social media and all of that? And she then broke it down how I should kind of adjust, because like right here, you got two names floating. Last Frontier Design Co. sounds like a brand you'd sell under, or even a design studio or print on demand line. Then I have Digital Art by Ashley. Sounds more personal, memorable, and searchable, and fits your educator/YouTuber role perfectly. Love that. So instead of looking at it negatively, like, oh, I don't even know what my name is, she kind of helped me see like both, right? So through this, what we learned was that I want to be Digital Art by Ashley, and that's going to be the face of me, right? The face of my business. And then the back end is going to be Last Frontier Design Co. And that's like for tax purposes or other things that I need to have a business name for. I'm going to use that. But to the world, I'm going to be known as Digital Art by Ashley. So it's not going to change anything on my YouTube channel, just so you know. But she did have a few ideas to incorporate into just the face of my YouTube channel, perhaps saying by Digital Art by Ashley or something like that, just to connect them. She then totally agreed with me about how I should do my branding, and it doesn't have to really change, just make it more cohesive to where things line up. Anyways, the point is it was amazing, okay? And then she gave me all this other information. Like I said, we talked for a long time. I don't want to go through the entire thing. Gave me an email strategy, just all sorts of things. And then I asked her to basically copy down everything, like summarize it so that I can send it over to Penny. So then we went over to Penny, and Penny, there we go. So I used Millie to help me get clarity and focus on my business goals, and I had her compile the info to give to you to help me further. Ashley is building a cohesive brand and business around digital art, passive income, and educational content. Her core identity is, and then it breaks down everything that we have worked through and figured out, and I gave that to Penny. Penny says, this is a fantastic handoff from Millie. Ashley's foundation is solid and intentional, and now it's time to turn clarity into consistent traction. Here's how we'll move forward. Then Penny goes content crazy or productivity crazy, and she gives me a content day, a design day, a whole entire schedule, outline one video for YouTube, Instagram post theme, blah, 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 all these different things. Then we go over how am I going to make sure that I'm going to be able to do this? This looks like a lot, blah, blah, blah. So then scrolling down, we go through all these different things. She gives me an idea for a Kanban, I don't know how you pronounce it, some kind of visual board. And I said, let's make it look like it's on Canva. So she gave me an idea of how I could color code this. But my biggest issue was that I don't always, I need to have it in front of me. I'm not always just going to go in to see my schedule or see a digital planner or things like that. It just doesn't work for me. I've tried it and it doesn't. So I explain, I'm ADHD, I need some help. Instead of relying on memory or apps you forget to check, we anchor your workflow in visual cues, routines tied to existing habits, and minimal friction. Here's how. Make your weekly board visible. Out of sight equals out of existence, right? Right? Print the whiteboard we made or recreate in Canva and hang it where you physically work, okay? So I let her know that I have these two things behind me, right? I gave her these two. I said, I have these in my office. What's the best way for me to use them? I rarely do. You've got two perfect visual tools already on your wall. We just need to make them work for your brain, not against it. Let's turn these into your command center of consistency. I'm going to be doing that this week. So then it gives me a whole entire thing of what I should do. Monthly wall calendar, what I should put on it, in which section, because it read the different sections on my calendar. It's telling me blue for YouTube, green for productivity, pink for family, film, batch, send email, no work on Saturdays. It gave me so much to work on. Then it gave me some more different information. And then I said, I really want to feel clarity and like I have everything set up and ready to go, like kind of like a relaunch, right? Relaunching as me who knows what she's doing. So I said, can you help me come up with a schedule so that I am ready by August 1st, right? And be fully aligned and launched by August 1st. July 21st is when I did this. August 1st, that's 10 days. So I've had 10 days and she gave me all of this to do each day, okay? So do you see what I mean? Like, what? I honestly, like, I can't, I want to like grab Mandy and just give her the biggest hug and say, thank you. Thank you for building this. Thank you for building this entire ecosystem of business bots that all work hand in hand. I mean, I feel like I have this entire team of people behind me and I'm just one person, you know. That's another thing. That's another change that I've made that's been probably a good thing. I don't know if it'll always be this way, but for now, I have gone back to just being a solo entrepreneur. I felt that I was growing fast enough that if I needed to continue to grow, that I needed to have some help. And so I hired an editor who is wonderful. I love Jordan. She's an amazing editor. But something was amiss and I'm not quite sure what it was. And she was going on maternity leave. So it seemed like a natural time for me to kind of have to do my own editing again. And I think while I hate editing, I think that it's going to be good for me to feel more connected. I think that's really what was happening. I was feeling less connected to my video. And that's not Jordan's fault. That's just my fault. You know, it's one of those, like I said, out of sight, out of mind. And so it was really nice to just record the video and then her send it back and then me upload it. But there was just something, I don't know. I feel like there was just something that didn't work out as far as me goes. And other than that, my income started going down. And obviously that has to do with the fact of me not knowing what the hell I'm doing, you know, and going through this kind of like midlife business crisis. And so less money coming in, that means I don't really have the money to spend on an editor. So I had to kind of like, what do you say? Like something, your pride, or I had to get over myself basically and be like, hey, you're not there yet. You need to go back to square one. And I think that's actually going to end up helping me in the long run. And then I had an assistant. My daughter was running a lot of my behind the scenes stuff. And again, I was feeling really disconnected. I don't know. I feel like it just wasn't working. And it's not because of what she could do. It was basically because I didn't have anything for her to do, right? I have an assistant. But after a while, she's like, Mom, like, I can't work if you don't give me work. And I'm like, shit, I don't know what to give you because I was so overwhelmed. And I'm like, I don't even know what to give you to help me because I'm not even doing anything. Like if I'm not doing anything, I don't need an assistant to do anything, you know? So it's just been overwhelming. But she is now doing something else and, you know, going to be amazing at whatever else she does. And then maybe I will hire her again and need some help again. But for now, the BizBots are backing me. It's me and Mandy's BIZ BOT CLUB. And we're getting shit done. And I'm starting to feel more myself and more like I have a better grasp on what's happening in my business and what I want. And I feel like my passion is coming back, you know? It's been a wild couple of years here. And I don't know how else to describe it except for we're getting back on track. And I really, really have Mandy to thank for this. What an unexpected, awesome thing. Honestly, like I could cry. It feels so good to feel like you have something tangible to grab onto. You don't feel like you're just floating, you know? I don't know how else to describe it, but I feel like I'm back on track. So I really wanted to share Millie and Penny with you, those chatbots. And then if you guys want to try these out, which I highly encourage, even if you just try them out for a month, it's $7. It's really not that much money. I mean, in Alaska, my freaking latte is $7. So really, who cares? It's $7. But even if you just tried it for a month and just got something out of it for that month, it's worth it. Completely worth it for you to try them out and see if you like them. Plus the community in there is really cool. And I haven't even gotten in there to like, do my thing with the community, but I do kind of fly on the wall in there and see some things that pop up. So it's pretty cool. I'll have to make some more videos on the other chatbots, especially Danny the designer, because that alone is next level. But Millie and Penny were my shining stars out of the entire group. So I really wanted to share those with you. And that's pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Go out there, go design a life you love. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe, hit the bell so that you're notified whenever I make a video. Gee, how long's it been? I'm all over the place. All right, go out there, go design a life you love, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.